Menu narration option is set to off.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second down and goal. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he will. usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is set away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Again, it's Fournette. Oh, look at the juke. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. He's got room at the 30. He's still on his feet. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Bucs are an extra point away from drawing level. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he goes out right around the 39. 2nd down and 7. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 29 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his 1st, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, there's rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On play action, now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Damone Clark coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
That wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And taken right at the 35. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys and Dak Prescott getting set to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Tosses the out route here to Gallup. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw again on second down. Prescott going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 39, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They certainly thought he had an open void beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Brady again. Gets the check down throw to White. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. A second down throw for Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing on first down is Brady. He completes it right side to right. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, a 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come up a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5 now. Brady, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd down and 4. Now Prescott. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Prescott off play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Brady. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their target.
Back now in Arlington. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Brady to throw again. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Brady. Now quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution passion, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From the red zone now, Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and this is caught by Evans.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Brady. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Brady got to have this one. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, taking it right down Broadway. The 40, 20, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often, maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Well, Prescott here to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So out come the Bucs now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Brady's throw here into the hands of Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing here, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And a wild card